The following program is brought to you by RCN, cable, phone, internet, and by viewers like you. Thank you. Recorded live from the Steel Stacks campus in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Welcome to Steel Sessions, sponsored by RCN.
Hey everybody, once again, welcome to another episode of PBS 39's Steel Sessions, brought to you by RCN. I'm your host, Chris Line, and on tonight's show, another local unsigned artist. And that's exactly what these guys are. All individual artists. They are amazing. They came together to form the Band of Rivals. Please, let's give a great round of applause to the Band of Rivals.
I'm in anyone that loves me like you do. Darkness falls far away from you. Well, at night I glide across the storms on the freeways and the back roads all alone. Until find my way home. Already know what you said. Pick up that phone, call that number, drive me a line. Torn, my intellect has suffered quite some blows. That was before you came along. Well, many men try before, capture beauty, oh, it's sleight of hand. Compare at all to me. Already know what you said. Pick up that phone,
This next one's a pretty old one. I wrote long before I met these guys, and they've just enhanced it. It's called Solitary Man.
I'm stolen love and a cigarette on the back porch in the yard. Well, I know she's not right for me, but I'm not going that far. Hey. Hey. She looks so good in the morning rain, gonna talk me down to the ground, gonna lay me down on a bed of nails over and over again. Hey. Hey. And they clap their hands again, entertained my disdain, and all the books I have read didn't teach me how to keep my head. Oh, solitary man. Solitary man. We'll drive all night to the ocean's edge with my heart in my hands, and pieces of my heart, I'll bury them in the sand. Hey, are you listening? Hey, are you listening? Maybe there's a girl somewhere out there who's gone my way, 'cause I'm reaching for heaven's gate, and I don't know where I'm gonna stay. Hey, 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 don't you know? I spent 20 years in a cave, and my soul the Lord did save. I spent 20 years chasing shadows that only lead me to cliffs. Help me fall in love. Help me fall. Just one man, just a solitary man. I'm just one man. I'm just one man.
Thank you. All right, this next one's the single off an album we just released back in June. It's called Ghosts of You.
Say that you need a friend, one not afraid of anything, but God knows the devil could not break you down. So you go for a walk in the woods, say you're not afraid of anything, but the ghosts in the hall should look a lot like you, my love, just like you. House on sand, 'cause a wise man breaks the elements, but God or the devil will throw it to the sea. So you build your idols for, make them indestructible, but the road on high will bring you to your knees. So you,
So we have kind of combined, we're all from kind of different upbringings musically, so it's cool that we have so many different influences that kind of come into the songs that we write together. And this next one kind of is a nod to all the old blues greats, like Robert Johnson and Son House in particular. I just for a long time wanted to write kind of using their voice and that type of perspective. So this song is also on our most recent album. It's called Dust to Dust. And it's about an old washed up train robber. It's appropriate for a blues tune.
It's fine by me. Robbed some trains back in my day, and son, it was a sight to see. Hear that bell tolling, calling out my name. servants too. 'Cause I'm about to have the devil's own day, and I think I'm gonna start with you. Hear that bell tolling, calling out my name. Now I'm old and frail now. One thing before I go down there and you tell her that I'm 6 feet below.
There you go. So this next one is based on the book Walden by Henry David Thoreau. And I'm personally a big fan of the book, but the idea in this song is that the character kind of took this idea of kind of self-sufficiency, living alone, a little bit too far. So it's kind of become, very introverted, away from the world. So it's called Ash-Filled Soul. And my father's father said, when he was my size, he'd go down to the lake of sin. There's no truth, only lies. Town is gone, gone. Town is gone. And they grow up big and tough, hanging around this town. And the men stood far from equal. One insult will put you down to the ground. In the smoldering ash, they brought my body home. I concluded that the best are not alone. Oh.
shook the spark's hand and welcomed warmth to wood. My home became a matchbox, brighter than it should. I burned, into ash. Feel another ash filled soul.
Thank you, guys. All right, this next one's called Carter Hill. All right, last one. So this one's called Psalm 5.
my words, oh Lord, won't you give heed to my sighing heart, where the night is cold and the clouds we go